Look, if you are a business owner, like if you have a digital product, whether it may be a course or else coaching program, the best way to grow your business is not by running ads, but actually growing your YouTube channel. So to grow your YouTube channel, you have to be consistent with your uploading schedule, which is very hard, especially when you are getting started, because it's the video that gets you more leads and sales for your business. So myself being an entrepreneur from past 6 years, so if you don't already know me, I have a YouTube channel called Ecom Gyan, where I post weekly videos generating tons of leads and sales for my coaching program on Amazon FBA, making me more than 4 crores per year. So in this video, I'll show you a framework to script your YouTube video so that your audience get hooked to watch till the end and thus generating more sales for your business. How to make a thumbnail that gets attention, which will literally blow up your YouTube channel. And also in this video, I'll explain you how to edit your educational YouTube video. So when I started my YouTube channel, I was not getting views, just like many other beginners do. And I was wondering why I am not getting views, because I was basically writing down the points and just saying it on the camera, because I did not had any script. Back then I did not even know what script is actually. So then I came to know, okay, big YouTubers use the script and all. They will lay out all the points and all. Hook part will be there, content, the points, the call to action, all those things will be there. And then I started scripting. But again, I miserably failed. I was not getting as much of views, which I was expected. Of course, ideation, all those things were good. But still, when it comes to scripting, I was bad at it. So then after seeing big YouTubers videos and all, I thought that maybe scripting is a art and I need to be talented in that, which literally broke my confidence at that time. But still my heart was saying there is some way. So that is why I followed the big YouTubers, watched their videos, and after carefully analyzing big YouTubers, how they actually construct their video, then I realized scripting is not an art, it's a science. And there is a step-by-step process for it, which every single YouTubers, which you already know, like Mr. Beast, Alex Hermosi, even Iman Gadzi, there is a scripting framework which they all use. So I literally use the same framework to build my business, as you already know. So what is that framework, which is what I am going to break down in this video for you guys. So the first step before writing any script, what you have to do is you have to dissect all the points that you want to cover in that particular video. So what I mean by that is you have to write down all the points one by one and where you have to give the call to action, which I like to call it as a eagle eye. So for example, for one of my video, I'll show you how I actually wrote that eagle eye. So if you see, this is my channel basically. So here you can see 2 weeks ago, I had uploaded a video which is Advanced Amazon FBA course. It's a 3-hour long deep dive video where I basically give multiple call to action to convert my audience into buyers. Like I said earlier, I have my coaching program, right? Apart from that, I even have my software tool along with the agency services. But the coaching program which has the highest profit margin, which you guys already know. So if you see this video, it was uploaded 2 weeks ago and it has 4.8k views already. Compared to other videos, this video basically have more views, right? So if you see the scripting of this video, so which I'm going to show you now. So here you guys can see, so the eagle eye, which is basically a bird's eye view. So how my hook should be, how my content should be, what all points I have to cover in that particular video, where I have to give the call to action, each and everything I have laid out step by step. So this gives a proper map to construct our scripting. So the first step in writing a script is writing your eagle eye. So the next part of scripting is hook. So hook is very important part of scripting, because hook is first 30 seconds, because here where audience make a decision to watch your video till the end or not. So here you have to give your audience enough reasons so that they can make a decision, right, whether to watch your video completely or not. So that's why hook is very important. And to construct a perfect hook for your educational YouTube video, you have to cover 4 points in it. So the first point is, there is this video of Mr. Beast, which is train versus giant pit, right? So as you see the thumbnail and click on that video, in couple of seconds itself, he's showing actually what is shown on the thumbnail, where the train is going towards a giant pit. So this is very important no matter on which niche you are. So if you see any Mr. Beast video, that is what he actually does. What all things and expectation that he creates from his thumbnail and title, right? That is what he delivers in couple of seconds as we click on that particular video. In fact, not just Mr. Beast, whether it may be Iman Gadzi, Alex Hermosi, Ali Abdal, so they all use the same strategy. If you watch any of their videos, so basically they know their audience and their audience expectations. So that is what they deliver in just couple of seconds after clicking the video. So the first point is confirmation. So you have to basically give the confirmation to your audience that they are getting that thing because of which they have clicked on that particular video, looking at the thumbnail or else the title. Now the next part of the hook is also very important. Here actually audience make a decision whether you are credible enough to teach them or not. So the second part of the hook is credibility. Here you have to show your results, your achievements, what all things you have achieved, your experience, how many years of experience you have, that you can tell, which literally I also did it in this video itself, right? I told you guys from how long I've been doing these YouTube videos, what all sales I generate. So basically that is what you have to do. So most of you guys might be wondering here that I am just a beginner, I don't have that kind of achievements to build credibility. Here where input bias comes into play. So what I mean by input bias is, I'll show you guys a video example, and from that video example I'll explain you. So as you guys can see, this YouTube channel Kendra Gallard, right? So if I click on popular video Actually, this is the video which literally blew up her channel. So as you can see this video, the title which she has given is what we call as input bias. I watched 151 celebrity house tours and they are full of lies. So this is how you build credibility. If you don't have actual achievements to build credibility, you can give input bias. Means you can show them the effort that you have put in that particular topic. You can tell that, suppose for example, even I do that sometimes. For example, in this video, see, I have told to my audience I launched 187 products on Amazon and here is the result, right? Obviously here in this case, people decide that, okay, someone who has done house tours of 151 celebrities obviously know what they are telling, right? So similar way here also, someone who has launched 187 products on Amazon obviously know what they are doing. Obviously they are professional with that thing. So that is how you build input bias. So whatever niche you may be in, you can always find those input bias which will build your credibility. So that is what you have to include in your hook part. Now the third thing that you have to include in your hook part is clarity. You have to basically address down the questions which you are going to answer in your video. For example, in this video itself, I addressed that I am going to give you guys a framework on scripting, and also I am going to explain you how to make a thumbnail, and also I'll explain you how to edit educational YouTube videos. So coming back to my video itself, which was Amazon FBA course video, right? So if you see this video's scripting, so what I basically did is I addressed all the 11 points which I am going to explain. This is what I am giving a clarity to my audience in my hook itself, where I am telling that, okay, I am covering requirements, registration process, product research, sourcing suppliers, all those things. So in the hook part itself, they will come to know, okay, I'm getting what I want in this video. So let me watch this video till the end. So giving clarity is very important in your hook part. Now the next thing that you have to include in your hook part, which separates average people from successful people on YouTube, is exceed expectations. You have to basically exceed expectation of your audience. So obviously you will be giving what they are expecting, right? But also if you exceed their expectation, that is when you build an authority. That is when people start to trust you more, and also they will start to binge watch your videos because they know they'll be getting more value from your video. For example, in this video itself, of course this video is about scripting, but still I told you guys, in the end I'm also going to show you how to make a thumbnail and also how to edit your YouTube videos. So that way I'm exceeding the expectation in this particular video. So this is how you basically construct your hook, by giving them confirmation, credibility, or else input bias, then clarity, addressing all the questions that you are going to cover in that particular video, and also exceeding the audience expectation by separating yourself from other YouTubers. Now once you do that, then you can start explaining your points. See, usually in educational YouTube videos, what happens is people already expecting couple of points, right? So they will be expecting some points. So as soon as you tell that particular point, and then further on, even if you explain unique things about that particular point, people will be sometimes not interested in that particular topic. That is when you have to use an open loop before explaining any point. So open loop is nothing but creating a curiosity by telling any story. For example, I was reading a book called .com Secrets from Russell Brunson. So as I was reading it, I never came to know how I completed that particular book. Because in that book, Russell Brunson, instead of explaining the points itself, he was just explaining the story, that how he actually learned that particular topic, what all challenges that he faced, and how he actually learned that particular topic. That is what he was explaining. So then in the end, he was mentioning the points. Similar way, if you see Alex Hormozi basically used this open loop technique in every video. He does not tell the point initially itself. First, he tells how he actually came to know his experiences, his best practices. Then in the end, he will name the title. So that is what you guys have to do when you are scripting your YouTube videos. You should not initially tell the point itself. You should tell your experiences, your best practices, how you actually came to know about that particular point, and how that point actually works. Then you have to name that particular point. So in that way, your audience will be hooked to watch that particular point till the end. So in the same way, you have to keep on give open loops before covering every single point. So the next important thing that you have to include in your scripting, where you convert your audience into buyers, is giving call to action. Of course, you have to give call to action, right? That is where your audience basically go to your description and click on the link, go to your landing page, and thus they become your client. But to do that, you have to effectively give call to action at that particular moment itself. Initially itself, you cannot give call to action. So once you give value to them, then you have to give the call to action. So I basically prefer two types of call to action. One call to action at anywhere around 3 to 5 minutes, once you give a couple of points, like 1 or 2 points to your audience, and one more call to action at the end. So the middle call to action, which you will be using at 3 to 5 minutes, it can be to your lead magnet or else booking a call schedule with you. And the call to action in the end basically should be linking to your another video itself. That is when people start watching your videos again and again, and that is how basically cold audience turn into hot audience. So overall, this is how a scripting framework for your educational YouTube channel, where you actually sell your digital product, right? That should be. So as you can see here, hook, of course, beginning you have to write down your eagle eye, all the points that you are going to cover. Then in hook, first comes confirmation, then credibility or input bias, then clarity, then exceed expectations. Then we come to content body, right? You have to write down your open loop, then the point, Then after 1 or 2 points, you can give a call to action, which may be for your email list or else some free ebook or else a direct call schedule with you. So whatever it may be. Then again, open loop point. So n number of points can be, but before explaining that point, you have to use open loop. That is how audience get hooked to your content. And then in the end, a call to action to your another video. Right, you can tell them, for example, in my Amazon FBA e-commerce video, I can make a video on product research. Then in the end, I can tell them, now you learned about product research. Here I have made a video on how to find suppliers for that particular product. That is how I can create a curiosity for my audience so that they can go ahead and watch my another content. So that way I can create curiosity for my audience so that they can go ahead and click my another video and thus keep watching my content again and again. So this is how easily you script your video so that your audience get hooked to watch till the end and thus generating you more leads and sales for your business. But it does not matter how good you are scripting your video, because your audience basically watch on YouTube platform itself, where your YouTube video will be competing with other YouTubers, right? They just watch your title and thumbnail and then they decide to click on that particular video, and that is when the scripting comes into play. So that is why the title and thumbnail is very important. So in my case, even after me learning the scripting framework, I used it. I used to make very good video, I knew that, but I was not getting enough clicks because my title and thumbnail were not good. So that is why let me explain you how to make a thumbnail that actually grabs your audience attention. So first thing that you have to do is, with your title and thumbnail, you have to create curiosity with your audience. You have to create so much curiosity with your audience that basically your audience should not be able to sleep without watching your YouTube video. So to do that, there is a simple formula, which is dream outcome, likelihood of achieving, time delay, and effort and sacrifice. So the combination of 4 things makes a better title and the thumbnail. So all these things you have to include in your title and the thumbnail. So basically, if you see any of my video, this particular formula is what I use in every my thumbnail and title. So what I basically do is I create 3 thumbnails for every single video. So if you see the title, right? So I include the effort required, the likelihood of achieving, and also the time delay. For example, here you can see the complete roadmap to make 1 crore per year. Here I have mentioned the dream outcome, right? 1 crore per year. And similarly here I made 1 crore on Amazon, and here is everything I know. And here you can see create $1 million brand, right? $1 million brand is a dream outcome, and in 5 simple steps, which is time delay or else effort and sacrifice. Simple steps. So this is how you use this particular formula to create curiosity building title and thumbnail for your YouTube videos, which is actually gets attention of your audience. So one more thing I have to mention here, as you guys can notice here, in every single video I have shown my face, right? I have used my face. Of course, there are multiple expressions, but basically one thing that you can notice is in every single thumbnail I have shown my face. So that is what you guys have to do, especially beginning. So you are basically building your personal brand, right? With your YouTube channel. Of course, your business is there, you are selling your digital product, but along with that, you have to build your personal brand. So in the long run, it will help you to monetize in a better way, to monetize your digital product or else whatever the new digital product or else new software tool that you launch. So it will help you. So building a strong personal brand, obviously a best thing going on at the moment. So that is what you have to achieve with your thumbnail. Now the next important point I want to mention here is your target audience. So a couple of months ago, I got approached from a editor, thumbnail editor basically. So he had worked with big channels creating them thumbnail and all. So I thought maybe I should give it a try, and he made a thumbnail for me as well. Of course, the thumbnail had huge editing, like he used AI, all those things. The editing was brilliant. He had put lot of effort into that, and also it worked for me as well. So as soon as I used the thumbnail that he had created, I started to get more views for my YouTube video. But the problem was the more views did not lead to quality leads and more sales for my business, because the thumbnail that he had created, it was basically attracting broad audience, basically teens like who were 15 to 20 years old. Now 15 to 20 years old obviously cannot afford our high ticket digital product, right? So that is where the problem created. So while creating your thumbnail, you should also keep in mind that what kind of audience you are targeting. So if you are targeting audience who are older than 25 years old, obviously the highly edited stuff, the clip arts, all those things will not work. So it should be simple but effective, and also give the clarity so that your audience, your right audience, get a clarification. Okay, this is what the video I am looking for. So they will click on it and they'll watch your video. So that is what you have to achieve. So you have to always keep in mind your target audience when you are creating your thumbnail. Now what I like to do is, so I basically hire an editor. So for every single video we make 3 different thumbnails, or 3 versatile thumbnails with a different style, and we will put it for the testing. So whichever gets more CTR, click through rate, so that is what YouTube automatically applies. So if you are doing YouTube videos for your business, I highly suggest you hiring an editor who actually knows your business and how to target your right audience. And also, if you are serious with building a proper YouTube channel which generates tons of leads and sales for your digital product, you can also book a discovery call directly with me. The link is in the description. You can check out. So let's say you made a good script for your video, your title and thumbnail is ready, you shoot the video also, but it is just a 60% because you also have to edit your video. Not just edit in such a way where you make a connection with your audience. So most of the beginners, what they do is while editing their YouTube video, they add too many B-rolls. They think that adding too many B-rolls, effects in the video, editing wise, they will be able to get more views, which is actually not true. See, especially in this particular era moving forward to 2025, when it comes to educational YouTube videos, you can see a lot of raw contents, right? If your script is good and if your content is actually knowledgeable, you don't need heavy editing, heavy B-rolls, heavy After Effects and all to make your video good and go viral. So of course, if you are doing any documentary channel or else if you are in entertainment niche, obviously you need editing there. But if you are doing your YouTube channel because of your business, then that is not you have to focus for. Even if you do that, actually you will be gathering those audience who are completely retarded, right? You cannot sell anything to them. So that is what I actually did a couple of months ago. I told my editor to edit in such a way, adding all the B-rolls and all with musics, with After Effects and all. So just like I told my mistake that I did with thumbnail, right? Similar way in editing also I did that. I also got more views than usual, but the leads that were generated from that video was not a quality lead. I was not able to properly cater the audience and convert them from audience to buyers because I was targeting a broader audience, especially teens who were in their 15 to 20s, right? So that is what you have to keep in your mind while editing your educational YouTube video. You have to keep it as simple as possible because you are targeting audience who are more than 25 years old, right? So keeping that in mind, you have to basically show a screen recording or else list out the bullet points that you are explaining in the video. And especially when you are showing your proofs, when you are showing your results, screen recording will be better. Just like what I did in this video itself, right? While explaining the thumbnails and all, I showed my YouTube channel, right? By screen recording it. Similar way you have to do, and your whole focus should be giving more and more value to your audience and actually attracting the ideal audience who are your right clients for your coaching program, right? Your goal is not to go viral and get millions of views. Of course, you need views, but it should be a quality views, and that's how you get quality leads and convert your audience. So now you guys came to know how to actually script and edit your YouTube videos along with the thumbnail and title. But there is also more to it. There is a content strategy which involves 3-step process, which makes me around 4 crores per year with my coaching program, which is what I have explained in this particular video. You can click here. And if you want to blow up your business with your YouTube channel, you can also book a discovery call with me and let's see how I can help you guys. So the link will be in the description. You can check out. So as always, stay focused.